Good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. So, I was talking to Aaron about traveling and stuff, and then Aaron said to me, talking about animes, I like animes like him, and we were talking, and he says, I would like to get and see if Angela, since, possible, well, he knows it. And,
Angela was talking about what she wants, like the trampoline and
yeah,
stuff.
oh, but Aaron said you can't have a trampoline in an apartment, hon.
Well, at least not a full-size one. Maybe one of those little mini ones, but that's not very fun. I've been on those. It's much better having a big giant one. But yeah, I've always wanted to collect anime figurines. The little plastic ones that are pre-posed and stuff of like my favorite characters. And I was mentioning one to Rita, which is Kanade Tachibana from Angel Beats, and it's got her in angel form with the wings out. And I thought it was really, really cool, and I saw it this morning actually, and I didn't think I could actually find a copy for sale because I hear it's no longer made. And Rita found a couple copies for like $16. I'm like, that's really cool. I used to collect them when I was younger. I had a couple Tenchi Muyo figures, and I had one from Armitage, and I don't know what happened to him.
All I was going to say about these collecting anime figurines is with me, I should not, and I'm going to be honest with you, Angie, I should not get into collecting them because I've seen some really interesting ones.
There's some out there that are... Well, it depends on the anime, of course, but some of them are just a little...
perverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're dirty.
Yeah, dirty, like naked, naked woman, plastic, and it's just, I don't know, it's just something I would not want to get into.
Well, she was thinking about that because when we were looking for the one from Angel Beats, which is a totally clean DVD anime, and probably my favorite anime of all time, when we were looking up that figure, there was a couple that came up from another anime called Beat Angel, which was I've never seen, but they were a little more risque and dirty. And well, I wouldn't want any like that in my collection, anyways.
I wouldn't want it because if I was collecting, and I'll be honest, I would have to explain to my children why they're sitting in a glass curio cabinet while they're sitting there like...
yeah, children can't play with them. I'd hate to have some of those break, and some of those get extremely expensive. Rita saw one of the Tachibanas.
$6,800.
I know, it was one from Beat Angel, but it was a clean one from Beat Angel that was $6,800. It's obviously no longer made and extremely collectible. So, yeah, some of them can be worth a lot of money. But the one I really wanted is Rita ran across one of Yui from Angel Beats. And I that's like my favorite character in that series, and that's like my favorite series. So... it was like, oh, I really want that, but it comes with another one, and it's like $38 and like another $13 shipping from Japan. But there's some really cool ones out there. I've seen some good ones of Miku from Vocaloid, which I've thought about getting, but I'm not a big fan of Vocaloid. But it'd be kind of neat going to a Vocaloid concert because you're watching a three-dimensional anime figure dancing around on stage singing. And there's really no one there. It is a holographic video, and it looks lifelike. And I don't understand why we don't do that in America more. I mean, Miku Hatsune is not even real, but here she's got this amazing music. I'd like to know who actually sings the songs for Miku, anyways. And the stage performances are amazing, so it'd be kind of a really neat thing. But yeah. Anyways.
It's like me. I collect smoking pipes, as you've seen, and Pokemon dolls and the original Care Bears, But yeah, it's just, Aaron was getting it. And I want to get into model trains. However, I do want to say something to Aaron about model trains. After 1999, it started going downhill, in my opinion, for train collectors.
Mm-hmm. And if you have model trains, no taking the posable anime figures and tying them on the tracks and recreating that old black and white where the train's coming along by the villain going, and the guy's sitting there trying to untie her before the train runs her over.
No, what I'm talking about, and I'll explain it to Angela, is I was called, well, the whole incident with the apartment condo. I was called a racist. Well, I also was called a racist for complaining about things being made in China. So... In 1999, the train companies, basically, between 1999 and 2002, they all went overseas. making all the toy trains overseas.
Well, I say this: the Chinese, a lot of their products are really good, but some of them are really cheap. So it depends on what you buy.
Would you buy a $400 Lionel train now made in China?
I might. It depends on whether the train is made durable out of good materials, or whether they took a whole bunch of materials they got for $5 and made this cheap ass plastic train that will stop working in a week. Okay, it's like their fishing poles. Some of them they're gonna snap like on the first or second cast, but some of them they'll last forever. Like the figurines, a lot of the figurines are made in China. Some of them are cheap plastic. You get them and you look at them and, well, it's like, you know, this looks so fake. But some of them look realistic, and it's like, dang, you know, it's like, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Hold on. Remember that thing that one time I was asking you about, that one Japanese mask, you know, that I used on one of my... Anyways, let me tell you the story real quick. I asked Aaron one time to find me them. We found them. They're very expensive. They're like $300. But he found one. I want to tell the story. He found one once, right? There's a cosplayer that I idolize. Well, two. And I asked Aaron, I said, I would love to have a mask of her, right? Or say, for example, I wanted to wear an Angela mask, right? I can have one that looks exactly like you in every detail. But they're like $3,000. I was like, wow. And, you know, but it was
They're more than that.
Well, the one I saw out of it,
you're talking for just the chest part. Because there's like full body suits, and you can have them form-fitted to yourself. But to have those form-fitted, it gets like $3,000-$4,000 just for the upper part. And there's like an arm part, another arm part, like 2 sleeves, then you got the chest. So by the time you're done, it's like $12,000-$15,000 for the entire thing. But just for the face mask, it's like $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing.
That's the expensive
The thing
part.
is the cosplayer I idolize, you know, is 5'2", so I can't pull off being 5'2", and form factor with her. So
no.
So you know, I was just, you know, it was fun. Me and Aaron was talking about that once. They have these masks, but they're made out of Hollywood and they're very expensive. So, and when I asked him about one in Japan,
we were also talking once about, well, you were talking about the China thing. I've had an American-made umbrella that in a windstorm, you had it actually.
You mean the one that went?
It blew inside out and ripped off the top, and we had to throw it out. I've had a Chinese one that's been through windstorms and everything else. One of the little metal pieces snapped on it, but other than that, it's been a good umbrella for about 6 years now. I'm sorry, the Chinese one was better than the American one I had. The American one lasted less than a year. The Chinese one, 6 years. So, you can't judge a book by its cover just because of where.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Talking about China real quick, Angela.
That was supposed to be about the figures.
Anyways, about China, the last thing before I log off on this video is a lot of books now from Barnes & Noble are made in China, but Aaron was talking about collecting figurines. So, with that said, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box. And please add me as a friend if you like. Thank you, and have a nice day.